Easy burrito? Good burrito?
Yeah.
The first question.
I'm sorry?
What was your reaction when you found out about Mark Hamill being on the show?
Hells to the yes. That's bold.
Have you ever heard a man scream like a woman?
Something like that happen, yeah. What is it?
I was asking, this is a show that has, in this event like this, has unique, closer to the fans, fans that in the history of the show have been very important to the show. How do you feel about them, and how do you feel, coming, entering, now, what appears to be, exciting?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they might as well all be executive producers of our show. We've only been able to exist and continue to exist because they've cared enough to fight for us and stay with us and buy sandwiches or go online or send letters and phone calls and everything they could possibly do. And that's a lot of time. It's a lot of time and money and everything, and that was all toward believing in us and we did together.
So, what's a show that in your past you wish you had fought for?
Josh?
I'm trying to think. I was a pretty big, I think when I was younger, I was a guy for 18 kind of, probably when I was a kid, so I probably should have fought for 18 harder.
We all should have.
Right? I feel like
Was A-Team ever in trouble?
I think it did. I think it kind of, it only did like 3 or 4 seasons. Isn't that crazy? I think. Yeah.
I know, it's tragic.
So we know there's a lot of musical talent on the show. If there were to be a musical episode of Music Number with Chuck Morgan, what do you think you would sing?
Pretty Little Surrey with the fringe on top.
Talk a little about the season.
Under the Sea. Little Mermaid.
We talked a little bit about what's going on in the new season, how things are changing, you have an intersect, and how it changes the dynamic and everything that's going on.
Sure, yeah. I think it. I think it. It's not going to change the dynamic that much. That's my guess. I think that the show is still Chuck, and it's still going to be based heavily around Chuck, and it's just sort of a new obstacle to be thrown at Chuck. Which is basically now his friend has this thing that he's had, so he knows the sort of pitfalls of that. He knows what his friend's in for. So obviously Chuck's naturally concerned for his friend, and there's and then coming to grips with his own abilities without the intersect. So again, I think it's still a sort of it's going to be a Chuck season of how does Chuck handle this new obstacle.
And Zach, do you have a little intersect envy now, or are you still learning?
No. I mean, look, I've flashed enough. I've flashed a lot. And look, the intersect's one of the coolest things. And obviously I'm biased, but it's one of the coolest things that I've ever seen on a television show. It's a really fun thing. You can kind of go anywhere and do anything, and you can be a regular guy who does that. So I was really blessed to get to play with that thing for 4 years, and as it changed and evolved from just information and then physical abilities and all that. And I'm really excited for Josh to be able to have that same kind of fun. And seeing and delighted to watch him just go through the challenges and obstacles of learning 5 lines of Korean in a day or whatever, because it's fun. As an actor, it's a real. Oh, is there rum in here?
Yeah, Zach, will you be
I had to
directing?
call them. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. Will you be
We
directing?
have a signing.
We got to talk. So I want to give somebody else a chance to present.
For your autograph?